Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm starting a new project and it's basically just building out of my head because I have not found any plans to this at all. So I'm gonna try to figure it out. So basically what I'm building is a ribbon holder or medal holder for races like 5Ks up through full marathons, whatnot. You get a medal with them. All mine are just tossed in a drawer. So I was looking online, you can buy metal ones that just hang on the wall or, you know, whatever you want, but I didn't like none of those. And it gives me a reason to get out in the garage and build something. So what I'm thinking is I want to build one where this will mount to the wall and it's going to have two dowel rods that run across it like this to the other end. But to make it to where you put the metals on, the dowel rods are going to be on a hinged end down here. Each dowel rod will, then I'll have a magnet on this end that holds it in place. So when you get a new medal, you can literally just anyhow, sorry about that. You'll be able to just swing it open, slide your ribbon medal on it, fold it back over. So far I got this piece of cherry I planed down to 1 inch thick. Got these scrap pieces of cherry here that I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut to size to fit on the ends here. Something like this, I guess. And then what we'll do is we'll drill a hole where our two dowels will sit, and then we'll cut grooves in for them to be able to pivot back and forth, and we'll have to probably drill a hole. I don't know if I'm about to make these two pieces separate or not. We'll figure that out when we get to it. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and, I know I could just measure this, but what's the fun in that when I can just lay it up here, draw me a pencil mark. There we go. I'll go cut two of these and I'll be right back. All right, got these cut. Now, I also got my dowel rods. These are 1/2 inch oak dowel rods I'm gonna use for this project. So, next step is gonna be figuring out where exactly to drill these holes for these to fit into place. And these pieces will be the same, except like I said, these will be down in it, and it's the whole rod is just gonna go something like this is what I'm thinking. I think that'll work. Basically, it's gonna look like a stupid towel rack, but it should be cool. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna find my two halves where I want to put the holes at. And then when I come back to you guys, we'll be able to drill press and we'll drill these out in both of these. So I'll see you in a minute. All right, guys. So I got the two pieces marked, got my holes put in there where we're gonna drill both of these out. So let me get the 1/2 inch drill bit in here and we will be ready to put some holes in these things. All right, guys, I got the holes drilled in them. We got a good fit through there. That's nice. So now the next step is going to be, we got to cut this section out on both of them. Now, if I had a bandsaw or even a scroll saw, this would be very easy and it would look really nice, but I don't have either one of them, so we're going with the jigsaw. I think that'll do. I don't know for sure, but damn it, we're going to give it a try anyways and see what happens with it. Might work and it might not. I mean, I know it'll work, but it might not look good. But anyhow, that's what we're going for. It'd be nice if I could clamp these together and do them both at the same time, but I know that ain't gonna work. I ain't got enough room. Now you could set these up on a table saw and run that through on a crosscut sled, which I do have. I just don't want to pull it all out to do it that way. So there we go. So this is what we're removing right there, just like that on both of these. So let's see what I can do. Not too bad. We'll need a little sanding on it. This side's going to be challenging. I think I'll have to put it in a clamp. All right, guys, we got them both cut. Now I'm going to run them on this spindle sander. It says this is a 1/2 inch, and I drilled a 1/2 inch hole, but it don't fit. So I'm hoping we can just kind of work them in there a little bit. So I'll fast forward y'all and I'll see you in a minute. All right, we got them done. So last one didn't turn out too great because my sandpaper tore up and I tried hand sanding it the best we could, but it'll still work. So what these are going to do, like I said before, we're going to mount these on here, and we're going to mount the dowel rods through like this. Something just about like that, actually. Now, I'm not cutting these to size yet because, well, I just don't want to. And we got to get where our pins are going to come through. So these are going to sit up a little bit on the ends, which I'll show you guys that once we get there. I know you can't see it right now until a second. But I guess the next step we need to do, and I could even, no I can't. These are going to have to sit probably flush. So what I need to do now is figure out where exactly I need to put my magnets in these. And I'm just going to draw me a line on it. That way I know where the magnet's going to go based off of the end of these. Because right now I can drill my magnets in it, or drill the holes for the magnets, and that's not going to affect anything as far as the rotation where the pins go. Once I get the magnets in place, spacers down here, then we can drill through everything this way and get the pins put in to hold these arms in place. So I guess, what did I just mark out? There it is. Okay. So what I'm going to do is go put these over in the drill press and the vise. I'm going to drill me 2 holes for my magnets, and I will be back. All right, guys. So now we got the holes drilled inside this where magnets are going to sit, and we got the holes drilled in our rods here. Ooh, thought I had them backwards for a second. Where our magnets are going to sit. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to see if I need any glue. I don't think I do because these holes are normally pretty tight. I actually got to smack them in with a hammer, which is not a big deal. About like that right there. And then there's only one thing I really got to show you guys here. So I learned this by mistake. These magnets have reverse polarity to them. See if I can show you. So this one right here is fighting. I don't want to stick to it, right? So what I like to do is I'll put my second magnet that I know is going in my holes on there. That way I know when I grab it, it'll just go right in place. Because you pound one of these in there and then you put it in wrong, it ain't gonna do you no good. Now these magnets are, I think 5mm magnets. You can buy them on Amazon. I got this whole pack of them right here pretty cheaply, so it's something easy you can do. So like I said, slide it off, put it in place like it's gonna go. You can do it many ways. I mean, you could even put it in there just like this. Well, I said you could. Maybe you can't. We'll just slide it down in there. Now if I have to, bitch. If I have to, we can glue these in. That's not a big deal either. Just trying to get them down in this hole is going to be a little bit of a challenge. So what I'm going to do is set it like that. If I'm a punch, I had a punch up here somewhere. I'm very unorganized at the moment. I've been building some other stuff lately. Now you do got to be careful because just like that, my punch is going to try to pull it up on me. See if we can just put it on the end of it. That one went in really easy, so I'm hoping that's not going to be a problem. But if it comes out, we'll put some CA glue on it. That'll hold it just fine. And there's what I was thinking. All right, so now we got this end done, I believe. Should be able to just, actually I still got to sand this stuff, so I'm going to put a mark where my magnets are at so I can find them for the time being. That holds good. Perfect. All right, now let's get everything lined up on this end. I think I'm gonna go ahead and grab some clamps to put on here and on this piece so we can get everything lined out. What we gotta do, like I said, I'll bring the camera in here so you guys can see this. All right, guys, so what I'm talking about is we're gonna space this one out. You know, this is just a small scrap piece of wood I was that I had sitting over there. But I'm thinking we're gonna space it up a little bit, kind of like that. That way, when this thing does come undone, it's gonna have enough room to pivot. It don't have to pivot all the way out 90 degrees. It can just come out, I mean, that right there is far enough. You could slide a ribbon on it. So I'm gonna have to look and see what hardware I even have, if I even have anything, because we're gonna have to drill a hole through this way, through the dowel and into this piece a little bit, and then do the same from the top side. Because I know I can't drill all the way through it. I might be able to drill all the way through it. I don't know yet. But that's gonna be the challenging part. And then what I'm thinking, as I'm looking at this, I know it's not done. Let me back the camera back out so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. But the more I look at it, it needs something else on it. I don't know if it needs like some kind of cool plaque CNC cut on top of it or something. I don't know what yet. That's just something I'm gonna have to figure out. But I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find some spacers that are equal to put underneath here for right now, and then I'll decide where I need to drill this hole at. Be the next step, because no matter what, I still gotta find center of the dowel rod through this piece. So I'll be right back. Guys, after some precise measuring, I hope, we're ready to try and install these. For pins, I just took some nails and I cut the heads off. So we should be able to just go in this piece, which the holes are pretty tight, so we're gonna have to kind of work it through here. Try not to break nothing. I can't go too far. I gotta get it might be pretty close. And that one does not spin nearly as free. Might have to clean that hole up just a little bit, I guess. What in the world did I do now? I did something wrong because my magnets are not right at all on this one. That's crazy. It must have spun on me or something. That's the one kind of giving me some fits right now. So we're gonna have to fix that. All right, guys, this piece is now cut off. That should work. We'll butt it right back up here. You're not going to notice this at all, honestly. And now our dowel rods will fit again. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue this on. I'm gonna do a little bit of both of these glues here. We're gonna do wood glue for a long-term hold, but we're gonna do a little bit of CA glue just for the time being to hold it together. So what I like to do is, and you can glue it however the heck you want, it don't really matter. But I'm gonna do something like that. And then I'm gonna take some CA glue and put some drops in here. That way it'll help bond it while we're waiting for the wood glue to kick in. Something about like that right there. Should do just fine. Now with the CA glue, you do only get a little bit of working time. Not much, like 5 seconds. So kind of a trick I've always done is line up one corner and then just walk it in, hold it for a second, make sure it don't stick to your table, and there you go. And then you just clean up your excess glue. It's on this edge here because you don't want that to show. But that should be it. We're solid. Still sticking right there a little bit. All right, now is where we try to do this right this time. Let me grab my pencil real quick. All right, so we know for a fact where our magnets are sitting at because I can see them, and I still got the lines on these sideboards because we haven't sanded anything yet for a final sand. So we know we need to hit right there. We know both of our magnets we can see from up top here, but they're going to be right in the center of this. So I'm just going to put a line there and there. That way I can see where exactly these are landing. It would be awesome if I could take these out to drill these, but I can't. So we just got to make do with what we got. So now I'm going to transfer this line down. It's hard to do that way. Just set it over here. Hope you guys can still see, but basically we're just going to transfer this line over here. And then let's find this line. Roll it around. Looks like about right there will work. About something like that. Now there is a couple ways we could check. Could use a digital caliper here. And really you don't even need to turn it on to get a number from it, but we could come in. Damn, that's about right on the center right there. About right there. And I could come over here to my dowel rod and check that depth on it. See, that's, okay, hold on, no. We're not going from the center of that. All right, I think we're good, guys. All right, I'm gonna try to figure out how to put this in the drill press now so I can drill these two holes again for our magnets to go in, but I'll be back with y'all in just a minute. All right, guys, I'm back. This is day 2 working on our metal display, ribbon display, whatever. As you can see, my dowel rods now are too short. No, they did not shrink because of the cold weather last night. I cut the ends off. I did not like the placement of my magnets. It was really bothering me that these magnets and the dowel rods were not connecting here. So I went ahead and cut them short. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this on the miter saw. I'm gonna fold these up out of the way. And we're gonna cut this piece off right here at the end because I did go ahead and glue them up, so messed up there. But then we're gonna slide it over and butt it up to where these will come back down and hit in the center like what we want in the first place. So then once we do that, I can get precise marks on the end of these dowels. I guess what I should have done, my mistake was I should have done these pins first and then drilled this in with the magnets, but I didn't do that. So I'm gonna take it over the miter saw, I'm gonna cut this off, we'll get it to the size we want, and then I'll be right back. All right, guys, got them all drilled. There's my other magnets. I know I had some more out here from yesterday. Now remember what I told you on these magnets, you gotta make sure you put them to where they're going to be attracted to each other. So just like that. Put that one away, we don't need it. Now, see if we can take this one off. Flip it over, stick it in the hole. I'm trying not to smack them in. That's what we was wanting, right there. That one turned out good. Let's see if we can go 2 for 2. All right. It's trying to go in crooked. These were a little challenging to drill, but I had my daggone it. I have no clue where that thing went. I had my daughter help me hold it up. So I put the dowel rod itself in the drill press vise, and then she held it up for me, the other end. She held this piece for me while I was doing it, and it worked out pretty well. So there we go. Let's try this again. Turn that off while I'm over here. I was trying not to have to smack these, but I could use this square because it's aluminum. There we go. Boogers are hard to put in. That's what we need, guys. So you still got some hold to it now, you see. So now what I'm doing, I don't know what I'm doing next. I feel like it needs more to it. Kind of looks like a silly spice rack or a towel rack you'd put in your kitchen, but it works, so that's good at least. Like I said, this is all cherry, so I'm probably, well, cherry and oak dowel rods, so I'll probably just put a clear finish on it and leave it like it is. But I don't know yet. I kind of wanted to do something up top where you could put your bib numbers, but if you're running a bunch of races and you fill this thing full of metals top to bottom, that's gonna be a lot. You ain't gonna have enough room for all the bib numbers up top anyways, so I might just leave it like it is. We'll sand it down, get all of our markings off of it. I'll put some hangers on the back of it. we'll hang it up and I'll show you all what it looks like. So let me do the fun part of sanding. And next time you see this, it will be hanging up somewhere. I don't know if I'm gonna put it out here in the garage or if I'm gonna put it in my bedroom. I really don't know where I want to put it at yet. So I'll see you in a minute. All right, guys, so I got it hung up. I ended up putting it in my bedroom over in the corner. I don't have a lot of metals yet, but I'm hoping to get some more races in and fill this thing up. But that's pretty much it. I mean, it's pretty cool. I'm trying to film by myself here, but you know, it's magnetic. Pull it out, slide your new metal on. There you go. So if you're looking to build something a little bit different, recommend trying this. If you found this video helpful, make sure you subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, share this with your running friends. And if you're in the Tennessee area, I can build you one. Give me a holler. Later.